This is called The Marbury Lens by Andrew Smith, and it is still such a bizarre book that I'm not even sure what to say about it, but it's bizarre in a really, really interesting way. I got it a long time ago because it was recommended one of those, like, if you like this, you will like these other things on Amazon. And so I got it and thought, well, I'll try that out because it sounds compelling. And it's definitely compelling. It was described on the front as scary, creepy, awful, and awesome. Crawls inside your head and won't leave, which is a fair description. And then Publishers Weekly says that this bloody and genuinely upsetting book packs an enormous emotional punch. It is bloody and genuinely upsetting. And let's see, a book list in a starred review said people will talk about this book and try to figure it out and maybe try to shake it off, but they won't be able to. And that's also the truth. I actually finished this probably about 2 weeks ago, and I still am thinking about it. It is bloody and compelling and all those other things that people said. It's the story about this boy named Jack who goes to a party. He's about to leave he lives in California. He's about to leave for England to go to a prep school. And so just before he goes over to his friend Connor's house, and Connor's having a big party, and Jack gets himself in a situation that he didn't mean to get into, and ends up being kidnapped by a really horrible, really cruel person. And the story kind of starts at that point. We see that Jack has not a strong connection to his grandparents who have raised him, and his only really strong connection is to Connor, his best friend. And when he goes through this particularly traumatic event, Connor is the one who's there for him. But Connor is an unusual character in that he is very confident, very full of life, and Jack is kind of more of a shrink into the shadows kind of person. So Connor decides that they're going to get back at this guy. And they do, and nobody knows that they've done it, and it's okay, and they could kind of get rid of it, but Jack can't just shake it off. He can't move forward without thinking about what they've done. And so he goes to England and is still very traumatized by the whole experience and very upset, and he's by himself for the first time. And but at the same time, he's kind of always been by himself. And so as he has these kind of haunting, thoughts, recurring images of what happened to him and all of his experiences, he meets this man who he hands him a pair of glasses. And when he puts on the glasses, he is immediately transported into this other world called Marbury. And there he is kind of the hero. And it's a strange thing because he goes back and forth between the real world and Marbury many times in the story, and it's like Marbury becomes like an addiction for him. It's like he's on an actual drug, like he's physically sick when he's kind of withdrawing, as it were, and he has this compulsion. He has to get back to Marbury to save these people that he's there with, but at the same time, being in Marbury is really messing up his life in the real world. And so when Connor finally joins him in England and they start trying to fix things, it seems like maybe it'll be okay. Only then Jack meets Connor in Marbury, and in Marbury things are very different, and Connor is his enemy and is trying to kill him. And so that creates this strange dynamic. It is a strange book. It has a lot of mature content, but it's fantastic, and it does crawl inside your mind and absolutely won't leave. So even though it's really weird, I would highly recommend it.